So this is No Man's Land by Alien Jim, our first mod map on FS22. It's 60.42 megabytes to download, and it says there, between the borders of France and Spain lies a vast emptiness known as No Man's Land, where the land has lain untouched by the hands of man for years. Do you have what it takes to transform this wilderness into just a basic farm or into a thriving dairy, wool or logging empire? It's all about survival of the fittest. Build your livelihood with the help of placeable buildings, sell points and decor. No neighbours to stop your advancements or bog you down with contracts for field work. There is only one road in and one road out, so no need for transporting of goods. It's all in your capable hands. Do you have what it takes to survive, or will you give up and return to the city? There are options to remove all trees and rocks from the map to help aid in your discovery of your inner farmer. I hope you enjoy this survival mode. And he's added a note there saying the NML, so that's No Man's Land, placeable pack will be available as soon as possible. So when that comes out, that's going to have a whole load, hopefully, of new buildings, animal pens, etc., like it did on FS19. But anyway, that's that bit over. Let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where we start off in all three modes down at the shop area. This is the map. I expect a lot of you guys are already familiar with No Man's Land from FS19, but if you're not, I'll run through the ins and outs of it all. So I'm in new farmer mode, and in new farmer mode we start off with plot 26. That does have your farmhouse, silo, etc. like that, the rest of your equipment, and we've got a tiny field here. That is about it for the map. It's pretty bare. Obviously what's down here at the shop, and then up here in plot 33 we do have some grapes that are in need of some attention, and there is an old rundown farm barn which we'll check out in a second. But that is pretty much it for the map. There's nothing else on there. It's one of those maps where you can just gradually build up, place down pretty much everything what you want and put it where you want, so it's pretty cool. Now as you can see, the map is split up into numbered plots. So if I go back into this mode, each plot is worth 85,000. So it doesn't matter what one you click on, they're all worth 85,000. So obviously you will need to own that plot if you want to place anything down there or create any new fields. So that is pretty much it. In Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, you don't start off with plot 26 at all. You do start off with all the same equipment in all three modes, and your equipment will still be up here in plot 26 in Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, but you will not own that plot, if that makes sense. We will go up there and check it all out, but we are down here at the shop. This is our pickup. I'll go through all the equipment in a second. We'll have a wander around first. So like I say, we're down here at the shop. We've got a sell point, and it's your only sell point to start with. It is the farm shop. So if we go into this mode, as you can see, if I keep scrolling down, all we've got showing is farm shop. That is your only sell point yet. Now it does say buying and selling. I'll show you what that means. So this is where you'll sell. I'm guessing on FS19 it was just this one, but we do have another one over there. Now I'm guessing this is going to be all for your grains and your crops, so you'll tip in there and sell there. And then these, judging by all the pallets and boxes, this is going to be for anything like your pallets and boxes to sell here at the farm shop. And the buying, just over here, like FS19, we have a buy anything silo, so you can buy pretty much anything you like from there, which is pretty cool. Just pull up underneath that pipe and then select what you want. Got a hot air balloon, that's cool. That is new, I like that. Run round here. This is our shop. Again, very, very familiar, as you'll see. We go inside. We've got the workshop trigger in the same place, and then you go over to this bench, and that's where you can do your customization, repair, etc. and you're selling. Have we still got the vendor machines? We have. Still selling the same old rubbish crisps. But we have a person behind the counter, and she is quite freaky, I must admit. This is where you can go into the shop menu if you wish to, like so. Outside and round this corner, the same again. We've got a fuel point just there, so you pull up there and you can fill up your machines. And then over here behind us, we've got our animal dealer. Again, pull up into there with a trailer if you want to. Click on there. Obviously there's no animal barns or pastures laid on the map, so it doesn't give us the option. So that is all the shop area and the one sell point so far. Now just over this wall we have two yellow signs, which are very important and very cool. So the first one here says, cutting this signpost with a chainsaw will permanently remove all trees from the map. This will not include trees around the edge of the map. And the next one says, cutting this signpost with a chainsaw will permanently remove all rocks from the map. This will not include rocks around the edge of the map. So like it says, if you cut that post down, it will get rid of all these trees and any trees that you can see in the distance. I will do that at the end, but not just yet. And then same with this one, it will get rid of all the rocks. You will need to own this plot of land. So if we go back into our map, it is plot 56 and you will need to buy it, obviously 85 grand. But you could buy it, cut those down if you want, or just cut one down if you only want to get rid of the trees, etc. And then you could sell that plot back and then you don't lose any money that way. But we'll run back up here, we'll grab the pickup. I think we'll drive up to the main farm and then we'll go through the equipment and slot counts. So like it says on the description, or in the description, there is only one main road in and out. There is a few little tracks that you can see that go off from this sort of main road that you can paint in yourself if you want to. That's kind of what I did on my series on FS19, but you don't have to. You can do whatever you want on this map. So there's an example of the rock there, and we've got some to the right. Like I say, I will show you what that looks like, and we'll get rid of all the trees as well, but it is all looking very familiar. So just there on the edge of the sort of circle, the field of vision, you can see a path or a track going off to the right. You can actually see these tracks like that. So like I say, I think that's the one there we're looking at. I did paint those in and I kept the tracks, the original tracks, and just sort of built my fields and that around them. But you can do whatever you want. That is the beauty of this map. And talking of beauty, we've got a beautiful lake there up by our starting farm. We've got a little hay shed there so you can store your bales or even equipment and machinery. I think we'll just park here and we'll have a little run round first. This is the field, and look at the state of it. As you can see down the bottom, it is withered, it had potatoes in, it needs lime, it's got rocks in it, so this is definitely going to need some attention and some work doing to it before you can get any decent kind of yield from it. Over here we've got our water tank or water tower. This is where you can get water from, but I haven't tested it, but on FS19 you could just back in there and get water from this pond, so I ended up selling that, so it's up to you guys. You do need to turn the valve on to start using it, like so, and that should be good to go then, so that's pretty cool. One thing that is missing, and I'm wondering if it is going to appear in the No Man's Land placeable pack, is the wood chipper, which came in very handy to get you going, because you could chuck your logs down in there, cut a few down, and you could chip it up and get some money that way, but it is not there, so I'm not sure about that. This is our silo. Tip in there and your pipe out is just there underneath. just takes your standard crops. It's 200,000 litre capacity. And then behind us, we've got our workshop. So you'd pull up this side of that black and yellow line, and then you'd come into here. Does the light still come on? Yes. Come up to this bench, and just like the one down the shop, you can do your customization and repair like so. Over here we got the rest of our equipment, and we also have a fence now around our farmhouse, which is quite cool. So we've got a nice sort of, well, I say nice, it's run down, everything's run down on this map. Sort of big shed there with all the rest of our equipment in. As you can see, it is all absolutely filthy. Pretty cool though. Just over here we do have our outside toilet. I wonder if it's been cleaned. No, it looks as disgusting as ever. And then we have our farmhouse. Oh man, it's all the same. It's just like coming back. The TV, we got lights like so. Kitchen area. Oh, we got a games console now though. Wicked. And the bath, lovely. Just over here is where you can change your outfit and clothes. And then this is going to be your sleep trigger. Got a little bit of sort of attic space where there's boxes and whatnot. But that is your farmhouse. Like so, that is pretty much it. So let's go through the equipment while we're up here. So like I said, in all three modes you do start off with the same equipment. So we've got the Steyr 8150 tractor. Oh, skip one. We've got the Rosselmash Nova 330 harvester. We've got the pickup 1986, which we've just obviously been in. We've got a Crampe half pipe trailer. Got a header for your Rosselmash. We've got a small Pottinger Servo 25 plough. We've got the small Rabe EG 3/9 cultivator. And then we've got a small seeder, the Nordsten. And then we've got a weight. Like so. So like I say, that is the same equipment across all three modes. What I will say is if we go into our vehicle overview, as you can see, all of our equipment is quite old. They've all done a ton of hours, and some of them are in desperate need of repair, and all of the equipment is pretty much worthless. It's not worth a lot. So even our tractor, if we were to sell that at the minute, it's only worth 2,685. So you get the gist. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a long slog. So it's pretty cool. In Farm Manager and start from scratch, even though your equipment is all up here, none of these buildings, the farmhouse, the sheds, the fence, the workshop, the silo, the water tower, that hay thing, none of it is there. And also the little farm barn and the grapevines, they're not there either. So let's quickly go and check them out. I'm just going to go up into build mode to do that, and we'll kind of fly over to them. And they should, and see what I mean about the tracks. You can just see them at the top of the screen in the distance, and then when we get a bit closer they fade out. If you zoom right out, you can just about make them out. So if you wanted to paint them in, you could. So there's the grapevines. You can get rid of these, by the way, as well, without owning this plot, and you can sell this farm barn. It is worthless though, but you can get rid of it if you want to. And you can go into demolish, and you can get rid of these grapevines if you want to as well. But in Farm Manager and start from scratch, neither of these two are here either. So that is pretty much that area. I suddenly just realised when I was editing the video, look, I didn't show you any of the extra buildings that are included in this map. So I've re-recorded this. I'm in Farm Manager mode so that you can see the slot counts for them, because obviously in new farmer mode, some of the ones that are already placed down, they drop to 1 slot. So I'll show you those in a second. So in sheds, if we scroll along, there is this farm barn here, but that is the one that Giants added in the other day to their update, so it's not the one over by the grapevines. But if we carry along, we have the shelter without front, which is 3 slots, and that's 5,000 to buy. That is the one that's up the farm in new farmer mode, where all your machines are under. And then we have hay shed, which is 3,000 to buy. That is 3 slots as well. And again, that's at the main farm in new farmer mode. If we go to silos, we've got the farm silo there, 4 slots, that is 200,000 litre capacity. Again, these all drop down to 1 slot if you've already got one placed down. So if you want to place another one, if you're in new farmer mode, it will be there. Silo extension, that's 2 slots. So you can place that next to your silo to add another 100,000 litre capacity. That's 3,000 to buy. In container, we have the water tank. That's 3,000 to buy and 3 slots. Again, it's the same as the one up at the main farm. In tools, we have the vehicle workshop. That's 17 slots, 9,000 to buy. So as you can see, exactly the same. And in farmhouses, we do have each farmhouse from the 3 base game maps. So this is the Oak Belleron one, 150 to buy, 31 slots. Pretty cool if you wanted to use that. This is interesting though, the Elm Creek one, that is only 1 slot. So not bad on the slot count there. 150 grand to buy though. And then the Erlengrat one, that's a whopping 76 slots and 350 grand to buy. It looks more like a B&B or something like that. It's huge. We do have this farm garage, 55,000 to buy. That's 31 slots. As you can see, don't think there's a workshop or anything in there. It normally tells you in this menu if it has got a workshop built in. And then we've got the old shabby looking farmhouse, which is at the farm in new farmer mode. That's 12 slots, 10 grand to buy. I couldn't find anything in production or animals, but like it says, if Alien Jim releases that pack, there hopefully will be animal pens, etc., and possibly sale points like there were on 19. And the only other thing I could find in decoration under others was our little outside toilet, old wooden garden shed. That's 1,000 to buy, 2 slots. And then the farm barn, which is the one up by the grapes, that's 3 grand to buy, 5 slots. As you can see, it's all run down and very rustic looking. We do have in landscaping some textures under painting. So come down again, I'll go on the grass. We have, let's get a bit bigger, got dirt. We've got, let's open that up a bit, that is asphalt. So some of these are the same as we've seen before. Concrete, we've got another type of dirt, we've got forest ground, we've got grass, which is just that flat grass there, you can't mow that. We've got dry grass, which adds in a little bit of dirt by the look of it. Gravel, like so. Rock. And granite. I think that's it, that's it. So that is all the extra bits that are on this map. So I'll hand you back over to the original video. What I'm going to do is jump back down to the shop. We'll cut those trees down. And where are we? Out this way. So as you can see, loads of trees about. In fact, what I might do actually, because you haven't had a chance to see it, is just show you sort of the wilderness. As you can see, it's all open spaces. The ground isn't completely flat, but there is quite a few areas where it won't be too bad. But this is it. Lots of logging to be done if you want to, and you can create some huge fields on this map. But that is the gist of it, guys. It's pretty much like that all over. Anyway, let's get ourselves a chainsaw and we'll cut those 2 trees down. Any one will do, just that one. Obviously we will need to buy this plot of land, like I said, so we'll buy 56 like so. We'll get our chainsaw out. We'll go with the trees first. So you just come up, you don't have to crouch right down, but I'm going to watch the trees. Bang, disappeared. Look at that, we can see for miles now. So come back up into that mode. As you can see, look, absolutely no trees. You can see the rocks a lot better now, so you see all the rocks there. We've got some to our left. We'll move along to this sign. Again, we'll get rid of that. Those rocks have gone. It looks like they're still there, but we'll whiz over there and I'll show you what I mean by that. And the same out there, all of them are gone. You can see in the distance. If we go over to here, that has now turned into a painted texture. So you'll be able to smooth that out. You'll be able to do what you want with it. So that's pretty cool. So that gets rid of all of that. And that's pretty much it. That is no man's land. So, let me know your thoughts. Are you glad it's back? I'm in 2 minds of doing another series on here in a different way to what I did the last one on FS19, but I'm still not 100% sure yet. That is No Man's Land by Alien Jim, our first mod map. Hope you have all enjoyed the tour. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.